좋은 선택이네. 목표 발견. 내 선택을 후회할 리 없잖아? 내가 처리할 거야. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 자, 다음은 누가 되겠어? 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 이젠 그만하자. 내가 먼저 간다. 나 혼자 충분해.
Alright, this is a demo of Bianca doing 54 by herself. So...
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야. 내가 처리할 거야.
Snipers.
어려워졌잖아.
See, our damage is high enough that even if an enemy blocks, we just kill them anyways. So, make sure to have enemies to teleport to. Let's see.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무리야 무리.
Ranger.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 내가 처리할 거야. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 더러워졌잖아.
Gotta get another sniper.
날 건드릴 수 없어. 너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래? 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해.
So at this point, we're basically full power. I'm not using my discipline potion. If you're newer to this, definitely pop the discipline potion. You'll want that extra ESP. I'm so well geared that it doesn't even matter. We got 415 ESP damage, technically 515 with the giant killer effect. So we're hitting 5 times as hard, which is why we're able to kill through block. So I want to get to a position that we can hit that sniper, which means I gotta go up here.
내가 처리할 거야. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무리야 무리.
And we're gonna magic stamp so we can reposition.
당신의
I want to
저항도
get back to
여기까지.
Fire
진작
crew over
포기했으면
here.
좋잖아. 알았어. 날 건드릴 수 없어. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래? 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아.
Goal here is we're going to clear this area and then all the eastern side, basically leaving the Destron, Ben, and other stuff alone. I will clear what I'm able to.
내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 자, 다음은
We are
누가
going to drop our
도전할래?
overcharge just so we can get down here.
이 승부는 내가 가져간다. 진작 포기했으면
fine.
좋잖아.
Magic stamp. Pop this guy.
날 건드릴 수
Position.
없어. 더러워졌잖아.
Should do the two dudes here. There's a guy right. See? Oh, he's all the way up there. Oh, okay. I should be able to get that when I come around that way. So let's go to here.
조심해서 따라와. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 여기까지야. 이젠
Back in
끝내야.
overcharge. Vigor's still pretty good.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 내가 처리할
That's
거야.
going to aggro that group. Yep. Alright, we want that. They're in a good position.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야.
So we can only reach 2, but we won't have magic stamp back up. But we're gonna get our turn before them, so that's fine.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 더러워졌잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지.
So also let's get some
너희들.
vigor back.
한꺼번에 와줄래? 좋은 선택이네.
Up. Some enemies are gonna move. We're gonna continue mission. Alright, Bianca slightly depowered because we lost soul stacks, but that's fine. We'll get them right back. 48 vigor recovery.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아.
First, but
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 무리야 무리. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 더러워졌잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 조심해서 따라와. 알았어. 당황하지 마.
저기다!
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무슨이 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 어려워졌잖아. 이젠 그만하자.
Two enemies in my way, so I
이
gotta
승부는 내가 가져간다. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
position.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋지. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 진작 포기했으면 여기까지야. 이젠 끝내야 해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 더러워졌잖아. 조심해서 따라와. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무리야, 무리. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도
I
여기까지.
goes in, but that's fine.
무리야, 무리. 내 선택을 후회할 리 없잖아.
As soon as he got a turn, he would have aggroed been anyways.
좋은 선택이네. 나 혼자 충분해.
Wow, that hit rate is really bad. So, do then pop you,
당신의
get
저항도
repositioned.
여기까지. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
Get everyone from here, so you have to
좋아.
move here.
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 더러워졌잖아.
100% hit rating, yeah, I'm taking that.
당신의
Alright.
저항도 여기까지. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래? 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 더러워졌잖아. 내가
Back this
처리할 거야.
way. Just do this to speed it
이
up.
승부는 내가 가져간다. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
Magic stamp so we can double tap
당신의
gyro.
저항도 여기까지. 이렇게까지 하고 싶어. 날 건드릴 수 없어.
That's gyro
더러워졌잖아.
dead. We're gonna start the retreat.
내가 먼저 간다. 좋은 선택이네. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 이젠 이만하자. 하나도 기쁘지 않네.
I don't know where the enemies are, so. This is enemies right there. Let's go find out what it is, because there's only one action. Oh. Not happy about that being there.
내가 처리한다. 내가 먼저 간다. 이 승부는 내가 가져간다. 어차피 당신도 실수할 거야.
Can we pop Ben? No, we can't. He has a ton of armor. How much resistance does he have? That's a 1200 resistance? That seems a bit crazy. Hold on. What else is reducing the damage? Oh, legend. That armor reduction's way more than I expected. Interesting. I could probably two-tap him. No, let's do this.
날 건드릴 수 없어. 너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래?
He's a... Oh, there we go. 100%. That's what I'm looking for.
역시 나 여기까지야. 이젠 끝내야 해.
I guess I can chip in that. I had to get 2 kills to get wind explosion back up.
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
Magic stamp.
당신 날 화나게 했어. 역시
Oh, we killed Ben.
나 혼자
Didn't
충분해.
get blocked. That works too.
날 건드릴 수 없어. 진짜 포기했으면 좋지. 내가 처리할 거야.
One action time till we're out of here, so I can only reach 2 more dudes.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부. 이젠 그만하자.
Wait, no, I can get more.
이 승부는 내가
going.
가져간다. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지.
Same
진작
stuff
포기했으면
there.
좋잖아.
Can't really reach him though.
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어.
I
너희들
can overcharge.
여기까지야. 이젠
With 0
끝내야
vigor.
내가
Alright,
처리할
let's go.
당신의
This
저항도
dude.
여기까지. 더러워졌잖아.
Magic stamp.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
Position.
조심해서 따라와. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야.
Position, get that sniper.
내가 처리할 거야.
That might be the last dude I can reach. So let's finish it off with a wind
이
explosion.
승부는 내가 가져간다. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 내 선택을 후회할 리 없잖아.
Into the stage. Alright. "73 enemies killed with just Bianca." "73 of 84, I believe, is on 54. So that's 11 dudes left. Sanson, the 3 Destrons, all 6 of the what's it called? The little drones. So there's one other guy besides Sanson. So I almost killed every human enemy on the map. With just Bianca. And I did it in 394 action time, which isn't bad. It's not bad. absolutely no way to fight those Destrons, so there are limitations to Bianca's Black Mage. She can do, she can chunk a 25% off of one, but the counterfire will pretty much kill her. So, this is the build for Bianca that I prefer. So, individual masteries, which is small room, it's pretty much mandatory. The other two just aren't good. The main thing, the big reason you take that is just you get your cooldowns up quicker for your ESP support abilities. Namely, it's Windwalk, also Illusion. It also reduces the action points used. So your Windwalk's actually free instead of taking 1 point. I don't think... Yeah, it does not affect Magic Stamp because Magic Stamp's not an ESP ability. It's just a plain support. ESP means it has to be your elemental type, so wind in this case. So, ESP support, so wind support. Which is why Illusion and Windwalk and this guy Wind Veil are effective, but nothing else. So. Got those. These are the abilities I use. I know people have different recommendations on the ults. A lot of people don't like Twister Dance. I kind of like it, mainly because I've been playing on what's the mode called? Mind Body Unity. So I have to be way more mindful of my action point recovery from chain killing. So AoE chain killing for a single action point is really important, and Twister Dance is really nice for that. So gear wise, you do want to craft a Storm Ruler's Indigo Iron Leather Ring just for the high ESP, and you want to get your hit and win chance high. Your crit and crit damage kind of don't matter. You want to just focus on making sure you're able to hit and have as much ESP power as possible. Go for a hit chance. Sanson's jacket, I'm pretty sure is going to be best in slot here. Gives you vigor recovery, which feeds into magic optimization. If you can get it with Soul Collector just for the extra vigor, the vigor technically adds as extra ESP. And just gives you a bigger vigor pool to work with when you're using your ESP max abilities semi-frequently, because you do need some vigor pool. Storm Ruler's Necromancer Bangle is best in slot. The Lost Spirits gives you up to 250 additional ESP power and an additional 15 vigor recovery. So basically, once you've killed 5 dudes, you're basically at full power. If you're still working on gearing, definitely bring Powerful Discipline Potion. Definitely hit that. It will give you the power you need to be able to take enemies out. Boots, you mostly just want hit chance. Thing is that with this setup, you're fairly slow, so I went out of my way to farm the Cleaning Agent boots just for the high speed. They also have very little HP on them, which helps you to keep your HP low for Giant Killer. Let me show you guys who drops the I think it's Felix. Yeah, this is the guy who drops the cleaning boots. So you can find him in Skywind Park and Fog District. He's also in the Smuggler version of the Joint Drill. So definitely farm him. Get the speed. Yeah, I prefer the speed on it just because without the 25 speed, like Bianca's only got like 64 speed, which is really bad because we're only getting 10 from Magic Variety. This at least gets you up to 89. You have some working speed to kind of start out. Once you start attacking enemies though, you don't really have a speed issue. And I'll explain that as I get into the masteries. And then for the accessory slot, you can go with Hellfire, but I actually prefer the ultra high quality gem crafting machine. The reason why is the 20% extra hit chance on ESP attacks is actually a really massive bonus, and is worth giving up the 150-ish ESP you normally get. Because Hellfire's 3 ESP, yeah, 3 ESP per level. So level 55 is the current cap, so that's 165 ESP. So 165 ESP versus 20% hit chance, and your hit chance is not always going to be 100% depending on what you're trying to attack. Especially enemies that are on high ground, enemies under cover, and that's even with all the hit chance stuff I have here. So we got 18. You could max that out. Like if you get a good roll, you can get that up to 20% wind hit chance. If you get a good bracelet and good ring, that's kind of where you're gonna top out. Maxing some other stuff, you can get a little bit more, but you're talking like 145 hit chance max, and then 165 with the ultra high quality. And that gives you enough hit chance to pretty much hit most anything that you need to. Anything that's under cover and whatnot, that's where we take Whirlwind. So you can ignore their cover because it's a fall type attack. So for masteries, this is when you get really fucking ballsy with the build. You take Roar of Victory. This allows you to get into Overcharge basically in 2 kills if you use Whirlwind and then a Twister Bullet. And then if you use your Wind Walk to get into your initial position, you basically just got Overcharge in 2 attacks for only... you do gotta spend some Vigor, so you're spending 48 and 24, so that's 60. Hold on, I got him. 48 plus 24, 72. So 72 Vigor. So I can go into Overcharge several times over. The Vigor recovery with the releasing magic gets to the 45, which I did show during the run, and then if you manage to keep the Lost Spirits, then you're at 60 Vigor recovery a turn. So basically every turn you can recover nearly enough Vigor to put yourself back into Overcharge, and once you're in Overcharge you don't have to worry about your Vigor until you decide to Wind Explosion or Twister Dance somebody. Alright, so the masteries, main thing, Forbidden Magic Book is broken as fucking hell. Basically as soon as you get this, fucking slap it on your fucking Black Mages. It's way, way too fucking good. The damage increase is absurd. Even with just the 4 masteries that make it up, you so it's 4 and then 5 because you complete the set, and then you also have your Black Magic class mastery, so you have 6, so you're already getting like 30% damage increase just from setting this mastery initially. And then every time you get like a brand new Wizard Mastery, you just slap that in, and just the damage just gets absolutely out of control. If you're new to this build or just learning to play Bianca and you want something a little more safe, because this has no defense. Anything that basically sneezes in your direction is probably going to kill you. So what you want to do is you would drop Roar of Victory, drop Flexibility, and then slap in Second Heart. So you go drop Roar of Victory, Flexibility, and because we're running Guilty Conscious, this should give you still the 6 points in your defense slots, so you should be able to, or you have to run that just for the attack mastery setup anyways. So that'll give you room to slap in Second Heart. This will give you basically a fuck up reset, So if you screw up at some point, you can just, you get revived. It becomes your turn immediately. So you have a chance to fight back, or at least kill off whatever killed you, and then retreat, so you can regroup and get her healed up, get someone else up to the front lines if needed. Bounding Stride is kind of optional. I like the move distance just because we are trying to chain kill and move as quickly as possible. Alternatively, you have a couple options to take in the support slot. If your accuracy is a bit struggling, you can take Lone Wolf. This will increase your hit chance when no other allies are around, and since you're generally running around with Bianca by herself, you'll be able to do that. If you're lacking damage, you have the option to drop Bounding Stride for standing alone. This will increase your damage 1% per class mastery. This is kind of like, it's not nearly as strong as Forbidden Magic, but it is another way to get some extra damage if you are struggling with reaching the damage needed to kill enemies. And then also, if you have the gear and you want to get used to having SP really quick, you can drop Bounding Stride for Fair Wind. This will help you get your overcharge quicker. And then once you're overcharged, you can go nuts. So that's kind of what I used when I was getting used to the build. Now that I'm kind of used to it, I don't need the second heart anymore. It's still useful to have, as you saw with the recording. I did have to do a couple takes because I did actually die. Let's see. Magic stat's really important for speed, and this is kind of why the speed stat isn't so heavily important. Is you got magic acceleration. This increases the cost of your spells and gives you some extra ESP damage by 30%. But the main thing is that it is part of a set here called Magic Accelerator. If you deal damage to a target while Magic Acceleration is active, your action time decreases by 10. This will allow you, as long as you kill like a couple enemies, you'll get yourself down to the 36 action times hard cap. So the only other way to reduce action time, like you can drop like willpower for like best condition if you're willing to drop a little bit of damage, which you can do if you're really well geared up, and you can get yourself to like a 26 action time because your turn will end, you'll reduce 10. But basically, if you're because when you're running around, my action time, or yeah, my usual action is 58. Most of my spells are only 1 or 2 delay. My SPs are 3 and 4. So basically, I don't really have much action time because you're running so much cast delay reduction from improving magic, and I thought there was something else that reduces cast delay. Oh, is it? Yeah, Great Wizard Staff, there we go. So that's another 20%, and then oh yeah, Magic Accelerator, yeah. So while you have yeah, you got ESP reduced by 50. So we got 50% reduction, 25% reduction, and then a 20% reduction. So that's 95% off your cast delay. So you basically don't have a fucking cast delay. You only have 5% of what it is normally. So yeah, 58, you basically spend 1 delay increase casting Twister Bullet, but then you recover 10 from Magic Accelerator. So basically your delay goes down until it hits 36. Once it's at 36, you know, that's basically it. You're not going to get it any lower. Otherwise, you would basically infinite turn on her, which I understand why that's there. But yeah, that's the big thing, is that you don't kind of have to worry too much about speed. It's nice to have some speed just so you can get into fights quicker, because you really notice that delay time when you're in a party with faster characters. It takes a while for Bianca to run up and finally get to some enemies to actually kill. Once she gets to enemies to kill, then yeah, she's going nuts, but she'll get turns constantly as long as she's got enemies to blow up. But until she gets to the enemies, she's really, really slow. So that's why I like the cleaning boots. And then yeah, pretty much this is how you play Bianca Black Mage. I'm pretty sure this is the meta optimal way to play her at the current level cap. 55. Things may of course change, but you know, if you're just getting to the end game now, I'd say this is a very good build. You do have some flexibility with changing some masteries and gear, depending on where your deficiencies are. Once you're really geared up, you can get really fucking crazy on her though, so have fun. This will be the first of a series of videos. I will make videos on the other 11 characters and how I'm currently running them. Let's also fix the masteries. Let's see. Flexibility. More dream.
내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 무리야, 무리. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아.
Okay, so I gotta figure out where that dude is up there. That ranger could cause me trouble.
당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 무리야, 무리. 내가 처리할 거야.
Oh, he's just out of reach. What a pain. That's fine though. What I'm gonna do then is with magic stamp.
당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 역시 더러워졌잖아.
There he can attack.
조심해서 따라와.
There. Aggro. Yep, aggro's everybody on that side too. Fine.
당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 정말 무의미한 승부야. 알았어. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래? 내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 자, 다음은 누가 되지? 이젠 그만하자.
We gotta get that sniper.
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 정말 무의미한 승부야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 역시 나 혼자 충분해. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 어려워졌잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 다음은 누가 도전할래? 내가 처리할 거야. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무리야, 무리. 당신의
Yeah, I
저항도
want to be able to check
여기까지.
the tower here. So
더러워졌잖아.
oh, that dude's just out of range. So I go down there. So do. Turn.
내가 먼저 간다. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 내 실수는 내가
Oh,
만회해.
fucking cover move. And I'm silenced. Motherfucker. He had cover on? Son of a bitch. Seal. Well, that's basically the run, because poison's gonna fuck
좋아.
me up. I don't have a good way to get away from this guy either. Two more turns of poison and magic blowback, and I have 50% of my max vigor, and fucking vigor's 335. I'm so fucking dead.
좋은 선택이네.
Well, that ruins the run. Alright, well, it's a good effort.
내가 먼저 간다.
Let's see. Alright, let's do this a little better. Continue from the checkpoint and just finish the finish this up here. Yeah, because we killed Renzi.
내가 처리.
Here.
당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래? 당신의 저항도 여기까지야.
Still magic
더러워졌잖아.
stamp here.
당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래? 내 선택을 후회할 리 없잖아. 내가 처리할 거야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지야. 진작 포기했으면 좋잖아.
I don't think the enemies below are alerted to me.
좋은 선택이네. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 자, 다음은 누가 도전할래?
Apparently they are. Okay. Turn. He's gonna.
내가 처리할 거야.
reach any of the snipers from here. That's lame.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 여기까지야. 이젠 끝내야 해. 당신의 저항도 여기까지.
Magic stamp on, so we're just throwing.
너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래? 좋아. 넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야.
Pissed everybody off. Alright, so now we are on limited time.
내가 처리할 거야.
Don't have to conceal this time, do you, buddy? Alright.
당신의 저항도 여기까지. 너희들 한꺼번에 와줄래?
So I can kill 3 dudes from here.
넌 날 건드릴 수 없어. 무리야 무리. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 정말 무의미한 승부야. 당신의 저항도 여기까지. 이 승리 하나도 기쁘지 않네. 알았어.
All the way up. Motherfucker! Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Pretty sure they're supposed to aim at you first. So that's a little annoying.